and welcome to the Leaderonomics show. Today we have Mr. Adnan Lee, who is the MD of MBG Fruits with us on the show. Mr. Adnan, welcome to the show.
Hi, it's Audrey.
Perhaps you can tell us a little bit about your background. How did you get into this business in the first place?
Yeah, I'm 100% Malaysian, so my background is Chinese, so I converted to Muslim on my age of 25. Born in Kuala Lumpur, KL boys, and my grandfather and father is selling fruits, so I'm the third generation in this fruit industry. So drop off from school, I did not pass my SPMs, so from there I start to selling fruits. So from there the career of selling fruit until together with me until today's.
Wow.
20 over years.
Wow. And this started from one stall in Petaling Street?
Yeah, like generals, what you saw in the fruit store, you know, everybody start from one. Yeah. From there, grow the business. So I take the first 8 years for me to grow the second outlets. So I still remember the first days that before I start to selling my fruits, I still remember. I asked my mother, what is the most sellable fruits? So my mother just tell me now, rambutan on seasons, so just sell rambutan. Right. So I asked my mom how many baskets can finish a day, so he say 15 baskets. So okay, give me 10 baskets. So on the times cost me 40 ringgit per basket, so 10 baskets cost me 400 ringgit. So from the whole mornings, I successfully finish sales some of the rambutans, not much. I only get 30 ringgit. Oh. From mornings 7 a.m. to 12 afternoons, I only get 30 ringgit. So much of rambutans cannot be sold off. So I call my moms. So my mom say, my rambutan have been finished, you still cannot sell it. So send to my shops and sell it. So just within 1.5 hours, she managed to sell it off.
Wow, what's the secret?
I found out every customer pass by his shops, she's like, no, everybody. And then she say, every day you add one customer, then definitely along the way, you will get more and more customers. So from there, I learned the first successful lesson from my mom, successful lessons. Every day improve 1%. So I keep doing that, every day improve 1%. Yeah, so 30 ringgit. And the sales is slowly grow until to the levels that you can't imagine. You know, selling fruits in the jalans, how much can get in 1 day?
I really don't know. How much would that be?
60,000.
Wow.
So selling fruits can get 60,000 in a day. So it's not bad, right? So overall it's like that.
Right, and today MBG has about 30 over outlets across Malaysia. There are also plans to expand. Is there regionally? All right, so what would be something that inspire you to bring it, to grow the business so much?
Come back, my mother did inspire me a lot. So first days that he told me that, sons, if you want to be successful, do what I'm doing. Okay, so he tell me, and then give me these numbers, so I remember the number in my whole life. So 167 3655.
Okay, what does that mean?
So 167 365 and 5. So this number is give me a very meaningful meanings for me, and then I continue practice it. So for 5 years I continue practice it. Yes, definitely. And then the result is dramatically outstanding. So from there I grow my business, and from there I have a dream. I want more than one shop. So because of the dream, I want more than one shop. So I keep looking for opportunity where I can open another fruit shops. Like the first one in Pasar Imbi can grow up to sales 60,000 per day. So 1 + 1 = 2, 1 - 1 = 0. Yeah. So in the business, there is a possible 1 + 1. There is a possible 1 - 1. -1, that means you've got a one outlet that is profit. You got another one more outlet is loss, equal to 0. So I still remember the first outlet I opened in Taman Mida is lost, and then I closed it down. Second outlet I opened again in Sri Rambai, also lost. Also I closed it down. Third outlet I opened in where is it? The Lorong Merimouse. Okay, so same loss, so I need to close it down. So after 3 times of failure, so the fourth one, I don't open the fruit shops. I change the strategies, because if you repeat to do the same things, no point.
The same result.
So I change the strategy. I open a nasi lemak shop. So because of nasi lemak shop, I need to get the raw materials. I need to buy the raw material and so on. So what I need to do, I need every day go to the wholesale market, supermarket to get those rice, santan, timun, blah blah blah, ikan bilis, eggs. So from there, every day I go to Pasar Selayang, and then the next stop I will go to the supermarket to buy. So the nearest is NSK. So from there, I noticed this supermarket back to year 2003, not selling fruits. So from there, I asked the cashier, hey, I want to look for your boss. They said, on that times, the GM just stand beside, say, you're looking for boss for what? So I say I'm looking for fruit store opportunity. So from there, I operate the fruit shops in NSK Selayang until today. So that's the first successful model outside of my Pasar Imbi. And then from there, because of have the dreams, so from there, other opportunity like KLCC, LRT station, Avenue K, shopping complex. So one of my regular customer. So from there also invite me to go in to open a fruit store. So until today, more than 12 years, 13 years in Avenue K. So from there, others shopping mall is also looking for new business models. So this is how MBG come on board. So up to today, we got more than 35 outlets, around 35 outlets. So.
Wow, thank you for sharing that story. We're going to take a short break, and then we'll come back again with Mr. Adnan.
Yeah.
Welcome back. This is the Leaderonomics show, and today we have Mr. Adnan Lee, MD of MBG Fruits. So, Mr. Adnan, you shared previously about how you tried many new things, and then there were some unsuccessful ventures that you went into, but you persevered. And finally, today you've managed to grow up to 35 stores, right? So perhaps you could tell us a little bit about what were some of the biggest challenges you faced and what helped you overcome them?
I just come back from Sarawak. Okay, I do visit one of my mentors there, Mr. Ngu, the owner of eMart. So this is what he told me. If you climb the mountains along the ways, definitely a lot challenging. So when will be no challenging during you going down to the mountains? Yeah, so business as well, as if you along the way you climb your business, definitely a lot challenging. When you would not have any challenging, during you don't expand your business, you don't grow your business, you just stay there, and then you do your business, and then along the ways, then you will go into the comfort zone so slowly, then less and less challenging. But because of you don't change, then the market will change you.
Right.
So what are the challenging that facing? Yeah, for so many years, Since 1994, start the fruit business. Year 2003, start to expand the business, more than one outlet. And roll the ball until today's almost 20 shops we are closing down.
Oh.
Almost 20 shops. So that means we learn 20 lessons. Every time's lesson will cost us at least 200,000, up to 400,000.
These are very precious lessons.
It's a process, okay, of the business, of the entrepreneurships. So why close down? So many reasons. Cannot renew the tenancy agreements. Business not doing well in that particular locations. Definitely at the end, it's my mistake. Not grow fast enough to make sure we can sustain in that particular location.
Okay, what does that mean?
So it means if you're talking about the hot spot in particular location, definitely a lot of people were looking for it. If our growth not up to the levels that can fulfill the landlord needs, somebody can pay a highest rentals, and then we cannot survive this, so we have to moving out.
I see.
Or another thing is after we commit to rents there, and then we don't grow the business is stable, maintained there, and then do not make any profit. After 2-3 years, still cannot get back the ROI, we have to close down. Some of them may be loss making and so on. So overall, I would say in our business, it's not an easy business. Selling fruits, very perishables, rent in the high traffic areas, that is per square feet costs us minimum 8 ringgit, maximum 60 to 70 ringgit per square feet. So not an easy business, but still can make it because of the patience. Most important, the teams from the company is, I would say, for the past few years, we did build the quite good teams, like my GM, Thomas, always work together with me, my senior manager, Ms. Teams, and others, senior managers and managers that always work together with me. And the very, very important, the backbones, I think around 25, workers from Indonesia follow with me more than, I think, almost 10 years. That drove the company together, like Ridwan's or the staff, Haziza, Hanifa, Wati, blah, 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 and so on.
Okay. What are some strategies you use to motivate them or to keep them engaged within the team?
I don't say there is a particular formula or strategy. In my company, MBG, we are very emphasized in core value developments. So besides, we have a mission and visions. The mission is very simple, make sure our customer is happy. The vision is improve quality life of employee. So that's the things that we want to do. That's the things that every day we do. The mission, every day we do. The missions, the things we want to achieve. So the journey to achieve that, we must have a good values, that's honest, respect, and determination. So me as a managing director, I have to be always be a role models for them. That's because I promote the value, so I always must be a role models, be a good examples. Even though sometimes I over the lines, sometimes also not use the right way to communicate with them. Sometimes emotions and so on. But I can see they are still admire on me, respect on me. There is some things that I'm good at that make them, this is the right boss to follow, and so on. So there are no particular formula on that. At the end, I would say, be a role model, be a good example. And then, like I say in the previous, the numbers that my mom tell me. So 167-3655. I will share in the next sessions with your audience. What's the meaning of it?
We'll take a break right now and we'll come back again shortly with Mr. Adnan Lee. Welcome to the Leaderonomics show, and we have Mr. Adnan Lee here with us today who will talk to us about what his secret numbers are all about. So Adnan, could you tell us a bit more about what it means? 167, 365, 5.
Yeah, in this generation, Generation Y, everybody look at those most richest men in the world, majority of them in IT now, like Alibaba, Facebook, WhatsApp, WeChat, they'll look at them as a role model to be successful. How many of them? You can count with fingers. Billions of people out there, but only few of them reached up to that level.
Exactly, yeah.
I would say 20% is because of luck, 80% because of effort. But how many of them have that luck? Only few in this world. The most fundamentals about successful, this is what have been advised from my moms in the first days. She said, son, if you want to be a successful, remember these numbers, 1675, 3655. And I see on my eyes, he practiced that for so many years. So what is the meaning? It's very simple. If you want to become a successful, make sure every day, if ordinary people work at 8 hours a day, you should work doubles. 7 o'clock up to 11. A lot of people don't sleep even until 11 o'clock, right?
It's true. Yeah.
So focus on what you are doing. And if normal people work from Monday to Friday, so nothing wrong, you work until Sundays. And focus what you are doing for the whole year, 365 days. And never give up for the first 5 years. Definitely, you might be not lucky like the top 10 richest people in the world, but definitely you will position yourself the top 20% most wealthy in this world. I'm selling fruits, I drop out from school, and I still can manage to do it. I have a big dream in my life to create 100 high core value employee by year 2025 to become a millionaire. And I have a dream to have 100 fruit store in year 2025. I have a dream to list my company in year 2020. Why I have all these dreams? Because of the continued practice, continued improvement, and the most important, I always tell myself, in this world, nothing is fair. Each of us have a different money in the pocket, different heights, different tall, different weights. Only one thing is same, equally same. 24
Same
hours.
amount of hours, yeah.
24 hours. Nobody more than 1 second, nobody less than 1 second. So if we have 24 hours, Allah give us 24 hours, what we should do to improve 1% in our life on that particular 24 hours. You think a lot? 1% per day? For the next 3 months,
Probably possible,
you almost
yeah.
achieve 100%. For the next 1 year, you achieve 3 times growth compared with what you have in the beginning of the years. It's not an easy job, but successful persons always willing to sacrifice 1/3 of their life to enjoy 2/3 of their life. So I wish we are not the best, the most lucky person in the world, like Jack Ma and so on, but we always position ourselves the best, most important 20% in this world. So I think it's good enough. So this is what I learned from my mom, and I continue to practice it even up to today. Yes, work-life balance is very important. So along the way, for first 5 years during you're young, you focus on it, push yourself to the maximum, then definitely you'll enjoy your life. So I would say now I don't work 16 hours, I reduce it to 12 hours.
Right.
I don't work 7 days, I work 6 days. I don't work 365 days, I work maybe 300 days. But the most important is you must have a patience. And then first 5 years after you graduate from school, that's the most important 5 years in your life. So, yeah, that's all.
Well, you've shared a lot of very valuable lessons and practices from your own life. I wonder, there are so many people who want to come out and start their own business, aspiring entrepreneurs even. What would be some additional bits of advice that you might have for them? Or
Rule number 1, don't get the money from your fathers.
Okay.
Rule number 2, you must organic growth. Okay, if you don't have the money, save it. Find a way how you can have that particular money. If you think I want to start something with capital of 100,000, if you only have 5,000 ringgit, think how 5,000 I can do it. Nothing wrong. If today somebody say, Adnan, I want to open a fruit store, I don't ask him to come out capital 200,000. I say you work in the outlets, enjoy yourself for the next 6 months. If you think this is the right business, then we can talk later. After 6 months, you think, oh, this is not the right business. That doesn't matter.
Yeah.
So rule number 1, don't get the money from the parents. Do it by yourselves. Okay. So if you want something that is 100,000, you don't have money. If you only have 5,000, think how 5,000 can make it. So at the end, do business, no need money one. If with money only can know how to do business, normally that business cannot grow big. Try to read back all successful business, how much money they put in. My fathers buy me 10 basket rambutans, cost 400 ringgit. That is my first model. And I grew the business until today. Yeah.
Oh, wonderful. Okay, before we end the show today, just one quick, more light-hearted question. So, well, if you could pick a fruit that best represents you, what fruit would that be and why?
I would say I always like to eat duku langsat.
Okay.
So it's sweet, favorite fruit for a lot of Malaysians. So your next question is?
Why would you choose the duku langsat?
Yeah, self-life only 1 day. If you can't finish it today, tomorrow will return black, and then you need to throw away. So MBG, everyday fresh, stand for money back guarantee.
Thank you. Thank you so much for sharing everything with us today. And that's all the time we have today on the Leaderonomics show.